Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's been on every Manchester United fan's mind for a while now. Is it time for Erik ten Hag to go? Sure, this conversation might seem a bit late, but sometimes stepping back from the hype lets us see things more clearly. We're not just talking about the usual sack the manager narrative. You'll want to stick around as we unpack exactly how Ten Hag has made a fool out of Manchester United, intentionally or not. Let's get into it. Has Erik ten Hag really pulled a fast one on United fans? Or is there still some magic left in him that we haven't seen yet? Let's break it down and see how much of this is hype and how much is hard reality. First, let's set the stage. After Sir Alex Ferguson's legendary reign, we saw a carousel of managers come and go at Manchester United, each with a reputation that made fans believe they could bring back the glory days. David Moyes was handpicked by Fergie, Louis van Gaal brought his tactical prowess, and then there was the enigmatic Jose Mourinho. Say what you want, but the man had trophies to his name. Even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who embodied United's DNA, was seen as a beacon of nostalgia and hope. But Erik ten Hag, he was different. United didn't bring him in to be the next Ferguson. They wanted him to be Ten Hag, to build a new identity and a fresh start. He was supposed to be the outsider who wouldn't be weighed down by United's history. Fast forward 3 years, and instead of building his own legacy, he's let the foundations crumble beneath him. So, why was Ten Hag given the reins in the first place? Simple. He wasn't just another big name, but rather a methodical manager who had built Ajax into a machine. For a while, it looked like he was on track. 2 trophies in 2 years had everyone buzzing. He seemed like the guy to bring silverware back to Old Trafford and build something lasting. But look where we are today. Despite splashing out nearly 600 million euros, Manchester United sits in a humiliating position. 14th in the Premier League table. Sure, it's early in the season, but what's more concerning is the lack of hope that things will improve. If this trend continues, we could be looking at one of the darkest periods in recent United history. How does a manager with 2 trophies to his name find himself at the center of fan frustration? Let's peel back the layers and get to the heart of it. Here's the thing. It wasn't overnight that fans turned on Ten Hag. It was a slow burn. At first, there were just murmurs of discontent. Small gripes about tactics, selections, and transfers. But bit by bit, the cracks started to show, and now the fan base seems unified in one belief: Erik ten Hag has overstayed his welcome. But what took so long for fans to see it? Well, part of it is down to those 2 trophies. They bought him time. Unlike his predecessors, Ten Hag had silverware to defend his tenure. Whether you loved or hated him, you couldn't argue with results on paper. But as we've seen now, those trophies might have been the wool pulled over our eyes, making us believe something was working when it clearly wasn't. Then came the drama. Ronaldo's public falling out with Ten Hag sent shockwaves through the fan base. Was it disrespect from Ronaldo? Or had Ten Hag mishandled the situation? For some fans, this was the turning point. How could you let a club legend go like that? And then there's Jadon Sancho. While not as legendary as Ronaldo, his clash with Ten Hag was another red flag. A player going public against their manager is never a good sign, and it only served to amplify the feeling that things weren't right in the dressing room. It's easy to point fingers at the manager, but when even the players are questioning his decisions, you have to wonder, is the problem deeper than just tactics? Let's get tactical for a second. One of the biggest criticisms of Ten Hag is his inability to maintain a consistent game plan. In his early days, he promised we wouldn't see Ajax 2.0. Instead, United would be a robust counter-attacking force, but his tactics have been all over the place. 1 minute, they're pressing high. The next, they're sitting back like a mid-table team fighting for survival. What's worse is that opposition teams have figured it out. United's once effective counter-attacking football has become predictable. And without key players like Rashford or Casemiro in top form, the system has fallen apart. Injuries may have played a role, but you can't ignore the fact that the team is in free fall. Has the squad simply lost faith in the system? Or has Ten Hag's tactical naivety finally been exposed? Here's the harsh truth. Ten Hag's time at United is running out. Those 2 trophies bought him some goodwill, but now that the results have dried up and the team sits near the bottom half of the table, the excuses are running thin. It's no longer about whether he can turn things around. It's about whether there's anything left to salvage. At this point, fans aren't just asking if Ten Hag should go. They're asking, how much longer can the club afford to wait? So, there it is. Ten Hag came in as the great hope for Manchester United. But now we're left wondering if he was ever the right man for the job. The trophies, the drama, the tactical missteps, it's all come together in a perfect storm, and United is worse off because of it. But what do you guys think? Is there still time for Ten Hag to turn things around? Or has he made a fool out of Manchester United for too long? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football debates. Until next time, stay tuned. If you're a true United fan or just love the drama of football, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep the conversation going. Where do you stand on Ten Hag? Drop your thoughts below.